Hello and welcome to your 2024 yearly prediction tarot reading, Cancers. How are you doing? I never get to talk to Cancers anymore, really, because I only do Scorpio and Pisces and Libra and Leo readings, but I'm excited to do my yearly readings for everyone. If you'd like Cancer to be added to the rotation, comment down below and I'm happy to add y'all to the rotation, but that's only if I know folks are going to watch. So let me know if you're interested. All right, so we're going to pull a major arcana card of the year, and hopefully yours will come out super easy. Cancers, no, not Cancers, Geminis did not. Geminis was very stubborn, but that was okay. So let's see what your card of the year is. 2024 Cancer card of the year. And we just want one card. Hopefully we'll get just one. If we don't get in the next one, we'll go ahead and get into your quarterlies, because last time when I did that and I finally got to the end of the quarters, that yearly card came out in like 1 second for the Gemini. So they might just want you to know what's going on before they give you your card to tell you where you need to be going and what you need to be focusing on. So let's get into your quarters then, and let's see what's happening. All right, so we're going to do this first one. It's like main energy, and then we kind of get a vibe. Ooh, the Fool. All right, you're taking a leap of faith. You're starting off this year. Did you start off this year nice and fresh, Cancers? Nice and fresh. Taking a leap of faith, stepping outside of your comfort zone. All right. Hopefully you ended some cycles. Ooh, yeah. Okay. You needed to rest, or you will be resting a bit. There may be an unhealthy attachment. You either need to take a leap from this, rest from this, or like this is coming up for you. Page of Cups. Ooh, okay. So you might take a leap of faith. You need to rest a bit. There may be an unhealthy attachment that's showing up. Perhaps that is what you're being a fool for. Is this unhealthy attachment, this offer that's coming in? The Lover, yeah. Oh, I got both of my little friends that I have to cover up. Okay, well, I'll just cover this one up here and cover this one up there. Yeah. All right, Cancers. Perhaps this is just your way of dealing with the stress. You know, maybe you just need a little break. Maybe you need a little bit of an unhealthy coping mechanism to move into, to get out of this stressful situation. You know, maybe that's just the thing. Ooh, and then actually, I cover them up because they're not dressed. So I want to make sure I don't get flagged or anything. I'm at a loss for words for you, Cancer. My goodness. Okay. So here's the thing, though. The Devil card doesn't have to just be unhealthy coping mechanisms. It could be that this year, 2023, you really took a lot of work. You did a lot of work. You did a lot of internal introspection. You did a lot of just reviewing of things. And right now we are experiencing, especially you're experiencing squares to that North Node and South Node, moving from Taurus and Scorpio over to Libra and Aries. And so you're experiencing squares to both of these energies, depending upon where like your sign is in your chart. But you're feeling that tension, that pull from both of those to, one, get out of these more self-sacrificing relationships and move more into your own independent route, you know. And so you might have spent a bit of 2023 really coping and moving with this energy. And finding yourself in 2024 where like we're really like continuing to move through those nodes having shifted and the eclipses having shifted to where you're really trying to figure out what does that look like for you in a healthy way. You might also be experiencing just a little bit of that opposition sometimes when I think it's Saturn that's been moving back and forth. No, Saturn's in Pisces now. So that's a sextile for you. So like needing a little bit more structure, but that Aquarius, that I think it's Pluto that's moving back and forth, been doing a little bit of retrograde into Capricorn and then coming back into Aquarius. So you might also be experiencing a little bit of that tension, a little bit of that like pull from your oppositional sign. It's like that need for revolution and change and things like that, just depending upon where like these current planets make aspects to your natal planets. But that pool, and a lot of people have been getting this this devil card and the lovers card, and these cards are related together, and it's really been looking at this. Okay, like, am I choosing myself? Am I being the lovers, or am I sacrificing myself and attaching myself to unhealthy connections, being the South Node in Libra? You know, like, which one is really like the best way that you can approach these things, and how do you address this in a healthy manner? And as you're making this leap, as you're really taking a stance and trying to relax a little bit more, trying to enjoy life a little bit more, trying to be open to new connections and things like that, you know, it really is about centering around like your leap of faith might be deciding to make sure that whatever choice you make is a choice that's just yours. That's just based off of what you want. So in the beginning of the year, I really want you to keep that facet in mind. I think you're just unsure. It seems like you're unsure about where you want to go with any of this. Okay. We got the 8 of Swords. Okay. Okay. So we got the 8 of Swords for your second quarter. So this is the energy of January, February, March. This is the energy of April, May, and June, spring equinox, all that fun stuff that we love. You're a little stuck in your head, self-imposed prison. You're really trying to figure out what route you want to take, what direction you want to go in. There may be a new job or a new route, a new house that you want to invest in that's being offered to you. It's money in the hand. It could be coming in pretty quickly. And you're not sure which direction to go. You've got a 3 of Wands in reverse. You don't know which direction to go. You don't know whether to take this, whether to be like, hey, no, let me stay here. And look at how these reflect each other. Look at how these are so similar to each other, with her blindfolded and not being sure of how to get out of this, and this individual staring off into the just staring off into nature, into the world, and you know, like being like, hey, okay, like, where do I go now? It's an expansive energy. It's an energy of moving forward, but it's like, I don't know how to move forward. I don't know how to get out of my head enough to snatch this up and move forward. That's because you need to do some self-exploration. You really need to get clear about what it is that you want. And I feel like a catalyst for this, like the Fool, is, yes, pulling you into this space of like resting and being able to like find some joy and maybe take in a new cup, start a new relationship, really like make moves on your own. But now you're then saying, okay, like, wow, okay, I'm doing this. I'm taking a chance here. Oh my goodness, like, I could take chances in other places. I don't really know where to go with that. I don't really know what to do with that. And we always say with the 8 of Swords, you know, like, these ropes are pretty loose. She could probably let them go. She could probably, you know, swiggle around a little and they'll fall off, and she could take off this blindfold. A lot of the sword cards, when they have blindfolds, could just take them off and see what's going on. So like, you don't have to be in your head. You could just look around at reality. And so over here, like, she's got 1 foot in the water, which is like 1 foot in intuition, 1 foot into her soul, 1 foot into spirit, you know, 1 foot into her emotions. Like, what do you want inside? Where do you want to go inside that maybe you feel like you can? Like, is there a dream? Is there an investment you want to make? Is there a job you want to do that you feel like for some reason you don't have access to? You can't get out of your head enough, get out of your own way enough to actually move forward into that. Because the offer is there. The opportunity is there. Let's figure out why. Let's figure out why you might feel like you can't move forward into it. I'll pull a clarifier. Clarifier for the High Priestess. 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so you might be feeling like you need to get a little bit more. You need third party. You might feel like you need a mentor or some guidance, or there might be someone a third party in your head. Someone kind of butting in, telling you these things like, oh, you can't do that. Oh, you can't move there. But this is about you. This is about what you want. This is about what's behind your curtains. What's your drive? What's your momentum? Where do you want to go? Let's get your third quarter. And happiness. I love this. Yay. Okay. I love this. I love this. I love this. For you. Oh, and we're getting, okay. We're getting more in the story of your year. Ooh, okay. All right. So third quarter is going to be bringing you some happiness. It's going to be bringing you happy home, happy family. One thing I do always get when people say this card is they're like, is it truly all that great? I think it could be. I do. I think it could be. I think this could actually be like maybe this kind of working out, you kind of figuring out your path forward, you just being in a happier situation with your family and your home life, right? We have another offer coming in. So I don't know if you took this one, but we have another one coming in and you're looking at the past. So like, dang, I don't know. I don't know if that's really the route I want to go. There's you have a lot of indecision. You got a lot of indecision going on this year, Cancer. And I'm going to need for you to like start making some choices, all right? Because you can snatch up this new cup. Why do you want to stay in the past? You got good things coming in the horizon, and maybe that's it. Maybe you don't want to rock the boat. Maybe you're like, I have good things going on. I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to move in a different direction that I don't know where it's going to go. But maybe you take the cup and it's what gives you the 10 of cups. Take the cup. Take a chance. All right. 2 of wands is a card if you have the world in your hand, literally. But here's the thing: the world is so small. Like you're kind of doubting, like where else is there to go? It's the same kind of energy here from the second quarter that's coming up for you about like, all right, well, if I do take this chance, if I do take this step, like, am I going to be bored? Is there really more for me to explore? Is there really more spaces for me to go? I could watch National Geographic. I don't have to actually travel there. No, like live your life, experience things. And then we have an 8 of, you got a lot of 8s. I think you're dealing with some issues related to perfectionism. You got to let those go. You're overthinking it because you're trying to make it perfect and you're ending up in these cycles where you don't actually move forward at all. We have an 8 of cups here. So like, look. Remember I was like, if you take the cup, maybe it'll give you the 10. You're not leaving an unhealthy situation. It's not done. There's a situation that's not done. It might be this one from the beginning. It might be this work situation, but there's a situation here that's not done. The reason you may feel like you don't want to leave this situation and go and explore is because it might not actually be finished. Like there still might be work there that needs to be done. And you don't want to like jump the gun and head out too quickly before it's time for you to really, like, you've really gotten everything you could out of that, because you're probably pretty happy with where things are. And I get a lot of like not necessarily wanting to rock the boat when you get into these spaces that feel happy. It's like something's not finished here, especially emotionally. Something's not finished. And whether that's just you're like, I'm going to milk this happiness for everything. And I'm here for it, Cancer. If you're like, I'm milking this good space that I'm in for everything that it's worth. If I don't have to go yet, I'm not gonna go. If things aren't bad, I'm not trying to like sit here and like take temptation or like push things just because like maybe it's not as super exciting as I would like to be. You're like, I ain't falling for it. And I'm here for that. If you're staying in this space because you're happy here, you might be a little stagnant, but you're happy here. I'm not gonna hate on that. We get the Queen of Pentacles as your card for your last quarter, which is it's a good card. Nice and stable, nice and secure, earthy energy. Ooh, that was really flying out there. Ooh, okay. See, yeah. Don't let if you're happy where you are, you might be a little bored, but if you're happy where you are, there's actually nothing wrong. Like when you do some of this self-exploration and you're like, okay, in the past, these were the things that didn't work out. This is the stuff I would like to do. Oh, there's a new cup. And maybe you take the new cup and the cup brings you more happiness. And then you're like, I could go out and I could do something else. I could be more exciting, but like, I like my little world. Not in a negative sense. I'm not saying that in a negative sense. You like your world. I don't need to leave. I don't need to do a whole bunch of extra stuff. I don't need to be pushed out by maybe other people who are saying like, you should be doing this. Don't you want to go out? Da, da, da. You don't need to be doing that. Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. You're the one who knows which route to go. And then we get a Queen of Pentacles. This is either someone in your life who's very nurturing and supportive, or this is you. Very comfortable in your position. Very solid. There's not a questioning of, am I in the right space? Am I doing what I should be doing? Am I where I should be in this game? No. There's none of that. It's confidence. It's just complete confidence that you're exactly where you need to be. And from that, you get to build this legacy of the life that you want to live. Not only with your family and happiness there, but with your finances as well. Like, you've made the investments that you needed to. I wonder if you took that pentacle or not. I don't know. Oh, I think you did. Now, there might be a little bit of sneakiness going on here. A little sneakiness somewhere, which is why you might be so concerned about making sure things are very stable financially. There might be some shakiness. And I know that like Uranus is in Jupiter. Well, Uranus and Jupiter do have a conjunction in Taurus. There is a lot of things economically going on that's shaking up. So that might be like a bigger overall energy. There might also be, though, some individuals in your life who are not like on the up and up that you might not trust very much. And you just want to make sure that like your world is very stable. You've planted seeds, you're watching them grow. Like you're setting a legacy for yourself. It's a really positive path for you through the year. And like this leap of faith, this chance that you might think is the devil in disguise, is coming after you, it's setting you up for failure. I think it's going to work out, honestly. I like all your cards here are pointing towards it's going to work out. Take your time. Yeah, it might be a little shady. It might seem a little off when you get into it. But it's leading you towards these offers, leading you towards this independence. And maybe it feels like an unhealthy attachment or an unhealthy situation because you've only been used to unhealthy attachments and unhealthy situations. Or you've never had a healthy situation, and so you don't know what that actually feels like. But if it is something that's like pulling you out of the space you need to be in to be able to be open to something new, you don't have to stay there. It could be the devil coming up to tempt you and you being like, nah, I'm going to go with this. I'm going to go with this instead. I'm choosing me. Choose you. And then that opens up the route to a whole bunch of other choices that you have to make that you're not super comfortable with. But like you're getting there. And you're making the right choices. You're making the right moves because it keeps pulling you towards happiness, towards stability. And I know you love that, Cancer. I know you love it. Let's get your outcome. Outcome 2024 for Cancers. Ooh, okay. Ooh, all right. And, oh, goodness. All right, well, maybe I shouldn't have talked such a big game. Who knows, though? Well, let's see. What are these last cards? The Empress in reverse. The Queen of Swords in reverse. You didn't set very good boundaries for yourself. You're not speaking up for yourself much. All right, so Empress in reverse. There is a seed that was planted. There is something that you were waiting on. You may have been wanting to expand or grow your family, and that didn't happen. That didn't come to fruition. You might still be happy, things might still be working out, but like, this growth, this fertility, this newness, the egg didn't hatch. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. So maybe something doesn't like jump off in the way quite that you wanted it to. Like I said, maybe you don't take this cup. Maybe you do take the cup and it brings you that. Maybe you don't take the cup and you're like, okay, like I'm going to stick it out and stay here. But you're still feeling pretty good and, your finances get themselves in order. So maybe that's the cup that's the egg that doesn't hatch. You're sitting on it. You're waiting. There's a little bit of stagnancy here. There's a little bit of like lack of growth, right? But things financially are going pretty okay, but you still have that shady, a little bit of energy there. So like maybe you're still trying to make these cuts from this third party over here, or this feelings of lack of self-worth and your ability to be able to have the life you want. Maybe some of that's still lurking in there. There's a lot that goes on with that. We get a little bit of clarity here, and we look at this Queen of Swords in reverse. One, you definitely, like, this is, other than like this energy, it was not so great. Like, there is a lot here about like you needing to make your own decisions, speak up for yourself, get a little bit more of that independent, like sharpen that sword and like let people know what's going on here, like, and not giving away so much of your power, not letting people have so much of an impact on you. I mean, you definitely didn't pick up a lot of that skills over the year. And it's showing up in this Queen of Swords in reverse, where it's like there's a little bit of a lack of boundaries. You're feeling a little bit like not wanting to maybe defend yourself or to speak up for yourself. Like you're kind of coming in. At the end of this year, you're coming in. You might be pulling into that shell, my Cancers, my crabs. You're pulling into your shell a little bit. You're definitely mourning what didn't work out. The seed that was planted that didn't come to fruition. There was a seed that was planted that you watched grow. One of these things where it's the Ace of Cups, where it was this Ace of Pentacles, whether it was this Page of Cups, whether it was this cup that came up here, like there was something that worked out for you. You planted the seed, especially if it's definitely the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, the job thing, the money thing works out perfectly. The cup stuff is a little wonky. Especially here. It just seems like there was something that was an opportunity for growth, an opportunity for something new. I don't know if it was necessarily a new relationship or not, because it seems like you're pretty happy with your home life. And we'll get into the relationships. We'll do a love reading next. So we'll do singles, we'll do couples, we'll see. So we'll get more information about that. But maybe it was a new family member. Maybe it was, or like, so expanding your family, growing your family, like having a child, adopting a child, fostering a child, something like that. Maybe it was a new creative project. But like you felt a little bit like, hey, like, I don't know, I think I'm pretty happy with things, or like I'm a little bored. I know I need to expand, but I don't know where to go. And you don't leave, you don't expand, you don't, and you mourn that. I think you mourn not choosing to take the cup. I think you mourn not choosing to leave the situation and explore and go further and do something bigger. I think you end up mourning that situation, but you got to mourn it, face the reality of it so that you can take advantage of these new things here. And your final card is Justice. What you put in is what you get out. That is your that is your key for this year, Cancers. What you put in is what you're going to get out. If you're going to be brave and step outside of your comfort zone and take chances and have new connections and get out of your head and stand on your own and make your own choices and do your own thing, like sometimes they work out and sometimes they don't. It's not really a reflection of your self-worth. It's just how the universe works. It's the law of truth, of actual truth. It's just balancing out the scales. And I think what I would also say is like, don't take it so personal if things don't work out, especially like big things, like expanding your family or stuff like that. Like those are things that are outside of your control. They are a bit of chance. It's just however the scales end up weighing out. So like, don't take them so personal as like a personal failure. It's just kind of lifing. All right. Let's see if we can get your card of the year now. Oh goodness, I gotta find something. Okay, well, we'll be pulling these up, so I'll cover this up. I'll switch it out. Okay. So I can have this card so that we can figure out what your card of the year is. Oh my goodness. Are we not going to give them a card of the year? Cancers need a card of the year. Cancers need a card of the year. So let's give them a card of the year, shall we? Okay. There we go. The Hermit. Yeah. This rest over here. Yeah, that was the move. This is not a card. None of your stuff is really like, oh, I'm heading out. I'm going on an adventure. You didn't have none of that energy this year. You have a lot of reflection energy. You have a lot of gaining wisdom from the things you've experienced in the past. Yeah, you definitely have Hermit energy this year. And I think it's good for you. One, because you're building up your wealth and your resources. Maybe you do a no-buy year. Maybe you do a no-buy year and you don't spend anything outside of your necessities. You keep it real close and real cute. You put a lot of money into savings. You put a lot of money into high investment. You put a lot of money into your retirement accounts and things like that. High yield savings accounts, all that fun stuff. stocks and bonds and stuff like that. Shady stuff going on, so I'd be mindful of that. But like there's not a lot of moving around as far as like being outside and traveling and stuff like that. It's a lot more of like sticking close to home, really doing the whole Cancer thing, and spending a lot of time in reflection. So there's nothing wrong with that. All right, let's get your, oh, okay, well, not this card, obviously. Let's get your, oh goodness. Okay, let's get your bird, what is it called? Winged Enchantment Oracle card for the year for Cancers in 2024. What's their card? Okay, you got 2. You got the Starling and the Waxwing. I've never even heard of these, so let's read what they got to say. 33. We love 33. I didn't even look at really the. Is this the last one? Oh, not the last one. Okay, the Starling. I am Starling, the relinquishing of the ego. I am the binding of the society. I am the way the entire world affects you and the way you affect the entire world. I am unity. I am wholeness. You have reached a time when your work must be shared. Stop hoarding your gifts. Stop hiding your wisdom. What you learn is only as good as how you use it to teach others. Maybe that's the justice, is that you gotta start putting this out there. Maybe you're the teacher. Maybe that's the wisdom that you gain after doing this reflection, is that like you need to be the teacher. You need to be sharing this, and maybe that's how you get out of your head. And maybe that's the new money opportunity, is moving into being a teacher. We'll have a money reading, the last part, but those seeds you plant, this pentacle you take, is a good one for you. It's very fruitful, very prosperous. I am tradition. I am your ability to bring others together in meaningful ways. It is time to express. It is time to blend yourself into the bigger picture. Being group-minded doesn't mean giving up personal power, but rather allowing that power to shine brighter. You are a gathering of like minds. You are the expansion of ideas. You are the catalyst. You are the Starling. I love that for you. That's very nice. Ooh, you might have gotten, oh, you still didn't get the last one, but you got some like really late ones. 3 and 7 is 10. That's 1. That's the first card. That's, moving into new things. And this is the 6th card, beauty, all that fun stuff, community. 37, the Waxwing. I am Waxwing, the balancing of give and take. I am what you reveal and what you hide behind. I am intoxicated with the sweetness of life. I am the ritual of ceremonial giving. I am courtesy and the generosity of sharing the good life. That's all that right there. I am the importance of knowing what roles you play. Be aware of what you are presenting. Be mindful of the mask you live by. I am the wisdom to shape and shatter facades. I am the abundance of heart to present my joy to others. There is a great strength in letting the world know who you are. I am reciprocity. I am joyful indulgence. You are reciprocity. You are joyful indulgence. You are unmasked. You are the Waxwing. I love this. This is a really nice one. I especially feel like this one relates really well to this one over here, which is like, you're happy with your world. You don't feel this need, especially if someone's pushing you to maybe do something you don't want to do. Leave a situation you don't want to leave because you're happy where you are. Like, don't do that. You make your choices about what you want. You are the one in control. You have the wisdom to move forward. That's this part where I was like, yeah, you have to mourn that maybe something didn't work out. Maybe you didn't choose this, and you stayed where you were, and now you have those knocked over, but you have new things coming. Balance is guaranteed for you, okay? All right, so that's it for your first part. I'm going to go ahead and do these in 2 parts. So your next reading will be, and it'll be up in 15 minutes if you're checking out this one the day that it was posted. But if not, then it's already up. It'll be your love and money reading. It will be singles, couples, and just overall what your money story is for 2024. Again, hit that subscribe button. You know you want to come back for more and see every time that I post new videos. Hit that notification bell for that. Hit the like button and leave a comment down below if you want me to start adding Cancer readings to the rotation. So I love you. I'll see y'all later. Bye.